I don't hold my breath, I release the truth. Every word got weight, every bar got proof. No safe opinions, no watered down talk. We illuminate past, they too scared to walk. From rumors to pain, from power to lies. We question the rules, they never revise. If silence is comfort, I break that habit. Pull truth out the dark, place it in traffic. I see the whispers behind the glass doors, while the common man bleeds on the concrete floors. They want a puppet with strings in the sky, but I'm cutting the cord and I'm looking in the eye.
Yeah, I'm gonna say no dodging the heat. Real conversations over industry beats. If nobody brave enough step into it, then I grab the mic and I do it. Yeah, I'm gonna say no dodging the heat. Real conversations over industry beats. If nobody brave enough step into it, then I grab the mic, yeah, and I do it.
Welcome to hashtag I'm gonna say it. Some things said in today's show are alleged, but all things are said for entertainment and educational purposes only. If you are below the age of 18, we request that you leave the live now. Enjoy.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome to another edition of hashtag I'm gonna say it. I appreciate you all joining. Hold on 1 second. Y'all, let me send this. All right. Okay. I appreciate you all joining us for another episode, exciting episode of hashtag I'm gonna say it. Listen, when you come in, make sure you send Retha Roper, how you doing? Welcome in, like that last name. Yeah, what's up, cuz? But when you come in, make sure you send the heart me. That way it serves as your daily check-in and it lets the platform know that you are actively engaging on here. After you send your heart me, please go back up, click that orange heart again, and make sure that you do your checklist, your task list. And each thing that you do, you'll get coinage for. And once you get your coins, then you are able to go and purchase gifts and stuff like that that you can use in any lives that you go into. All right. So if you joined us for the last one, one more thing. A couple more things actually. Keep double tapping that screen, share out the live, and gift an uplift. Those things are important. If you're tuning in on YouTube, please subscribe to the channel, like, comment, and please click that bell icon so that way you'll be notified anytime we upload a new show or if we are going live on YouTube. All right. Thank you so much. We are on the road to 200 subscribers over on YouTube. So if you could help us do that, that'd be great. I appreciate it. Wife after prison. Man, I love that handle. I love that. Welcome to hashtag I'm gonna say it. Okay, y'all. In a time where it seems like at a rapid pace we have BLK people being strange fruited, and then it being labeled as a self-unaliving, we're not even fresh off of dealing with the situation with Carmelo Anthony. You're welcome, beloved. You're so welcome. Thank you for joining. We're not even fresh off of the Carmelo Anthony case and his injustice that he's facing out in Collin County, Texas. And we have the situation that takes place with Mr. Nolan Wells in Mississippi. Now, I think it's safe to say that something isn't right in this case. Not going to say what it is. Not going to put any blame on it right yet, but something just don't feel right. And we have this account that comes out from news media outlets that he drowned it. And that's just what happened. And then it goes on to say he had news media come out and say that there was D-rugs in his system, and that was the cause of the accidental drowning. I don't know. You have another person who was a witness and says that, hey, no. I saw an altercation going on with him and other YT males or that was friends of his or whatnot, right? We have that as well. We've heard of that. And so one has to ask yourself, out of all of these accounts, who is telling the truth? Who is actually telling the truth? And the deal is, it has to be the friends that he was with. And the reason why I'm saying that is because, I mean, the phone come up missing. It was stated that they had some issues with each other as far as there was a girl who said that she walked. Sorry, y'all, I have so many different things going on over here. But there's a lady who says that he was with her, and he walked her back to her boat or where her parents was, and he was fine when he left her, according to her. And so, what is the truth? Well, now we're going to listen to this audio by Hype Plus. Shout out to Hype Plus. And it's saying that Nolan Wells's BLK friends break silence on his suspicious unaliving. Warned him. I'm going to be honest with y'all. I haven't seen this. I don't know what this video is talking about. So we'll be listening to it in real time together. But one thing I want us to do is listen to it with an open mind. Listen to it with an open mind and see if it makes sense. And see if we can figure out what's what on this, all right? Once again, before I get started, make sure you double tap the screen, share out the live, and please, if you come in, click that orange heart above me right here. Click that orange heart that serves as your daily check-in and lets the platform know that you are actively engaging on here. All right, and now we'll go ahead and start this first segment.
Reporting live from Hype's Club for Hype Plus News, I'm Janaba. As reported on Monday, social media is currently reacting to a now mysterious death of Mississippi teen Nolan Wells after he would go missing on a remote island on July 4th, in which his body would be found 2 days later on the island shore. At the center of the conversation, many have expressed that race looks to have played a part in the teen's death, given that it appears that Wells was the only black friend amongst a group of white friends whom he traveled to the island by boat with.
Black people, stop going on motherfucking vacation with these white folks. Your white friends call you, say, hey, bud, what's up? Hey, you ain't going on vacation? No. Hell no. Because y'all keep going on them vacations, and they keep coming back home, and we can't find you. You got to tell them white people no right now. Not all of them, but some of you got to tell them no. I can't swim why I'm going out there in the ocean for.
According to reports, the group of friends, along with Nolan, would travel to Horn Island, which is the island that sits about 10 miles from mainland Mississippi, to celebrate the 4th of July. Now, while there, the teens, along with others, would enjoy the beach's shore and water. At some point during their time there, an altercation has now been said to have taken place, just before Wells would go missing around 4 p.m. Now, what has raised many people's concerns are why did Nolan's friends leave without him, and what are the details of the altercation. One user on Facebook who shared that she was actually docked next to the boat Nolan was on would go on to note that the altercation took place amongst the friends, and at some point even on the boat they were on. Now, as mentioned, for many, race can't be overlooked, as some would express their lack of trust when it comes with being the only black person in certain settings, and they feel that Wells' disappearance is another example. Now, as people continue to question Nolan's white friends, whom he went to the island with, his black friends and best friend are now responding, explaining why they weren't with him at the time. On Monday, his best friend, Javon Williams, would join several of their peers at the boat dock where officials looked to have brought back Wells' body. There, Williams would speak to local outlets and Herald to give his reaction to the breaking news. According to Williams, he was supposed to be on the same boat with Wells, but it had got filled up and he rode on a different boat. Williams would go on to confirm that he did see Nolan on the island. As soon as we got out there, he told me that he loved me. Williams would also go on to say that he last saw Wells close to 4 p.m. and according to him, along with others, reports seeing Nolan with a girl while amongst their friends. Williams would also go on to share that he would end up leaving his phone with Wells's phone on the same boat in question, but would later retrieve his phone before going home. Now, outside of Williams' response, another friend by the name of Trace Carter would apparently give Nolan a warning to be safe before going to the island. According to Sun Herald, Carter would tell Wells, "Just hit me up when you get back. Just be careful, bro. Watch out for yourself." And in response, Wells will respond with, "I got you. I'll hit you up later." Now, according to that same report, it was also noted that Wells knew how to swim and had took lessons at a YMCA in Ocean Springs, Mississippi, where he lived, raising more concerns for some that foul play may be involved in his death.
With Walmart's back to college fine?
All right, we have a commercial real quick, and we'll get back to it.
Would continue reacting to the suspicious death of his friend. Over on TikTok, he would post a tribute to Nolan that read, "For all the times you accepted my calls, text me, checked up on me, hung out with me, laughed with me, I love you, brother." Followed by a response to one user who would comment, "Devastating," in which Devon would say he didn't deserve this shit. Williams would continue his grieving on his Instagram stories with a compilation video of he and Wells. Now, when it comes to the friends Wells would travel to the island with, they have been identified by social media users. However, it does appear that they have decided to remain quiet on their social pages, with each of them having their Instagram pages on private. Now, upon looking over Wells' Instagram page, this was not the first time he would jump on a boat with friends, as he posted previous adventures of himself on a boat with a similar group of people.
And I'm sorry, but the whole, well, I thought he got on another boat. I didn't realize he was missing. Yeah, that's not sitting right with me, because what do you mean you let your friend just get on a random ass fucking boat? And everybody's in the comments like, oh, well, we boat hop. This is normal. Nobody thought to go with him. And if it was 4th of July weekend and people were drinking and you saw that your friend was drinking, may or may not have been drinking, why would you allow him to get on a boat if you weren't with them? And don't get me wrong, I've been on a boat. I know cell service is shit. Most people leave their phone on dry land because, shit be flipping over. But if he was getting on another boat and you knew that there was no other way to contact him, again, why would you not get on the same fucking boat? And it'd be different and all the boats were just docked in one little area and you guys were just swimming and, you saw in and out. But again, this just is not sitting right. And then y'all didn't realize he was missing until it was time for you guys to go home. Like, y'all didn't sit here and think, oh, well, shit, where is he? Where could he have been? Why is he not back yet? We're taking shots and he's not here to take shots with us. Where's my boy at? Like, y'all don't sit here and ask these kind of questions. Like, there's a rule. If you came with me, you're leaving with me. Like, I brought you here. I'm taking you home. You guys don't live by that shit?
Nobody knows what happened to Nolan. Nobody remembers what happened. He went into the woods with a girl and we don't know what happened. So why did y'all leave him? Because I need it to be known that the one fact that we got for sure,
go out and come back in.
They didn't report that baby missing until they got back home. They didn't call when they were getting ready to pack up the boat and come back home and realize, hey, we can't find Nolan. We've been looking for him for an hour. Come help us find him. They didn't report it until they got back home.
So the same thing that happened to Nolan Wells almost happened to me. I think I was like 22 years old working at Texas Roadhouse. You know what I mean? Young, silly. Forgot a couple of the things that my granddaddy told me when I was growing up. I thought these people were my friends. Another lesson my grandparents taught me when I was younger is that you don't have any friends. You know what I mean? You really do not. Like, my siblings were always my friends, and I learned that. At any rate, I signed up to go on this, little trip with these people. They let us know, okay, so we're going to get up on the bank right here, and then we're going to go see the waterfall. So I'm like, oh, okay, so but what we going to do at the waterfall? You know what I mean? Because I'm vibing, but at the same time, I'm not stupid. And they was like, we're just going to look at the, sit there, light a fire, smoke some more, drink some more. And I'm like, oh, okay. So we get to the little spot where we pull up the canoes, we anchor them off and whatnot, and then they tell us, okay, so this little piece of water right here, we got to swim across that to get to the waterfall. So I get halfway through the water, and I realize that, and I'm losing my strength slowly but surely. And at this point in time, I am calling out for help. No music is playing at this time. You know what I mean? None. Yeah, everybody was rambunctious, excited, whatever, but you could clearly hear me out there in the woods. It's still daylight. So I am screaming that I can't make it. Somebody please help me. They turn around, several of them look at me, say, "You can do it. Come on, let's go." And they continue to walk off. At this point in time, I have already said my prayers and have already decided that I'm going to meet my maker.
I want to pause it right there because what he's talking about happened to him last night, late. Like I said, y'all, I barely sleep. Truck trapping. Hey, thank you for that heart me. I appreciate it. And welcome to hashtag I'm going to say it. Last night, allegedly, I'm saying allegedly, I don't know, I was not there, but allegedly, what came out last night was there was a lady who I guess she's kind of like, good morning to you. I don't know what it is. I don't know what you call them. I don't know what you call them. Medium. I don't know. But anyways, she was saying that she's getting the feeling. What she sees is that he was on land, on the sand, which was land, and there was a boat. And so this is Nolan, and then this is the boat that his friends was in. He's on land. As he's walking to the boat, as he gets close to it, she said they pull off and go further into the water. As he walks and get closer, they pull off again. And as he walked and get closer, they pull even further off. And this kept going on. And to what she was saying, she said that she was getting like maybe like 45 minutes. But the thing about it is he was getting tired. Because when they would pull off in the boat, you got to think the current that's he's going against and trying to get to the boat, right? And so he became tired. But by this time, he had been treading water for so long, and that's when he went under. Allegedly, y'all. This is what she's saying. I don't know. I wasn't there. Like I said, there's so many different stories this came out. But the reason why I brought that up because this is similar to what he was saying. He was out there in the water screaming, and his friends that he went there to the waterfall with didn't care to help. And so when I heard her say that last night, I'm thinking, man, okay, so even if it's not the friends that Nolan went to the beach or the lake or whatever with, even if they didn't help him, how many other people were around that had to have heard him screaming and they didn't do anything? If this is true, if that's what really happened. So I don't know, y'all. Monk, yeah, it's like a psychic, like a medium or psychic, whatever you call him. Yeah, that's what she was saying. That's what I'm saying. If what she's saying, if it really went down like that, like how many people was around that would have heard him screaming? So and I'm not giving his friends a pass. I'm just saying if it did go down like that and other people were around, even if his friends didn't help, why somebody else didn't? Lydia said one of the friends called the Coast Guard. Okay, cool. Was that like after the? I don't know. That's cool. That's good. Whatever friend called the Coast Guard, that was good. I'm glad he did that. And was that friend the one of the friends that was on the boat? Do you know of, Lydia? But like I said, even if you take the friends out of it, anybody that was there, why the people didn't step in? She said, I believe so. Yes. Okay, good. Shout out to them. And that's what I call a friend. Now, if like I said, I don't know how it went down. I'm not sitting here saying I do. I'm just saying if what she's saying is true. KC said drowning usually happens quickly and quietly. You're not necessarily going to hear drowning. No, that's not what I'm saying, KC. What I'm saying is if you just came in, didn't you? I think you might have just came in, so you may not have heard what I said. So I'll say it again. There was a medium or a psychic or whatever last night, and she was saying that he was on land, or she was seeing her vision, I guess. He was on land. The friends were on a boat. When he walked off the land and got into the water close to the boat, the friends would pull further into the water. when he would walk closer to the boat, she was saying the boat they would pull off again, and she's saying this went on for over like 45 minutes. She was feeling, and she was saying that he was treading water, so he became tired. Okay, I figured you did, Casey. And she was saying that what she was getting is that he was tired from having to tread the water. And I'm saying if that is true, what she's saying, if that really did happen, like even the people that saw him walking towards the boat, if it did happen, somebody had to, why didn't other people step in? Lydia said the call from the friend doesn't make sense if he voluntarily stayed. Yeah, you're right. You're right about that, Lydia. And see, so that's what I'm saying. Like and we're gonna listen to more, y'all. I'm trying to figure this out just like everyone else, but I'm just saying we want to make it make sense, and so that's why I say let's all listen to this carefully, y'all, and let's see if we can actually determine what happened. And then, of course, the timing is bad because we have found corruption in Leos in their activities, right? Casey said exactly. Someone should have seen him. His friends definitely should have. Agreed, Casey, to the fullest. Monkey0901, welcome to hashtag I'm gonna say it. Says if her vision is in fake accurate. I feel so terrible, sad for him, and that would be horrific. Right, that's where I'm at with it too. Like, if that is indeed what happened, like, first of all, just think that's a slow, painful. That's you like have to see your unalive and coming. If what she's saying, if it went down how she said, you would have to see you alive and coming because you're out there trying to doggy paddle or wade in the water and try, and then you get tired and you see what I'm saying? Lydia says it took the Coast Guard from the call at 12 a.m. July 4th to 12 p.m. July 5th to respond. Why the delay? That is insane. That is insane. Chris said, Dad, I'm here. Again, just justice for Nolan Wells. It was a cover up and a setup, too. Yeah, that's crazy, Lydia. That's wild. If your feelings said he was ended by another BLK, y'all can't share same spaces without ending each other. I don't know. That's a possibility too. Again, if your feelings, I'm just trying to say, I'm trying to figure it out. The nomadic alchemist, I like that alchemist says, let's stop calling them his friends. Real friends would have never left him, partied, went home, and that's true too. Kept the phone with his mother. That's true. Like friends, you leave together, you go out together, you leave together. That's how I go. Alvin says, I heard an officer say he was brutally beaten up. Is that true? I'm not sure. Now I will say this, and I've actually seen this myself, where there is an altercation going on land with him and a group of, I guess what was supposed to be his friends, and they took his phone, and then it was said that they were upset at because he apparently left with a young YT female, and walked her back to her family. I don't know, y'all. We're gonna listen and find out. Well, not find out, but we're gonna listen to everything that people are saying is coming out and put it together. You know, um, if that is true, like I said, I did see the photo where he is on land arguing with people, or at least looking at these um, group of boys, and the people that are in the water is looking at them on land as if there's all because when you're out and about, let's just say you at a restaurant or you at a store or something, and you hear a loud scream or something, you're gonna look around like your head is immediately gonna go to there. Well, that's what it looks like the people in the water is doing. Everybody's looking towards them. So I don't know for sure because there's no audio or it's not a video, but that makes me feel like there was an altercation, and that's why everybody was looking that way. Logically, I mean, I'm just saying logically. That's what it would lead me to. Nate said one person has a black eye. Yeah, and see if somebody's got a black eye, unless they fell or something or bumped into something, but that would make me think that there was an altercation. It was a black eye. Lydia D says, I hate that we're questioning going anywhere with them now. It is sad. It is sad that we have to do that because, in all actuality, now you can't live life. And here's the thing: it makes it bad, also, Lydia, because not all of them are that. Not all YT people are this way. Just like not all BLK people are thugs, deadbeat dads. None of that. But it's instances like this and isolated instances on the other end that gets everybody lumped or grouped together, man, and that's unfair. But it's where it's one of those things where it's just it don't make sense. Yeah, yeah, you're right, Lydia D. She said, but we're forever changed. That's true. That's true. And y'all just coming in. I see a lot of new people, man. Y'all welcome to the podcast. It's called hashtag I'm gonna say it. Thank y'all for showing up. Thank y'all for rocking with me. Also follow or subscribe to the channel over on YouTube. It's G Smooth 404. All of our past shows are put on there as well. Just make sure you subscribe to that channel. Hit the thumbs up button. Comment. And that's all we need, man. Click that bell notification over there so you'll be notified when new shows are available. All right. Let's see what else he's got to say.
I scream one more time, I am going to drown, and I went down. I don't know who, can't remember who was and what made them decide to change their mind and come back, but one person jumped in that water, grabbed me, pulled me up onto the bank, and mind you, they didn't do anything else after that and continued on their way. As young black children, the same lesson that I'm sure you're telling all your children now. Do not be the
I agree with
only
that,
one.
Nat.
And it really doesn't matter how people feel about that because
Heather
the
Williams said, whatever
concern
happens in the
is
dark will come to light. Amen
preservation
to
of
that, Heather.
life. So for some reason, God saw fit to not allow me to lose my life that day. And for some reason, God called Nolan home. So I will say that despite what anybody feels about how you feel about the situation, please have that conversation with your children. And that's all I'm going to say. Rest in peace, Nolan Wells, and to his entire family.
According to Jackson County Sheriff John Ledbetter, who would speak when Wells' body was found, the case will be handled like any other cases, with a thorough investigation.
Number one, give the family space and time. They are still processing this tragic event. And all of Nolan's close friends. I'll assure you that the Jackson County Sheriff's Office, we're looking at this whole case just like we would any other case. And we're going to be as thorough as we can.
Now, as far as Nolan's family, they have set up a GoFundMe for all those wanting to show support after Wells' sudden passing. An autopsy has been scheduled to be performed today to help provide more answers. Let's talk about them in the comments below. Now that we've heard from Nolan's other friends, does it leave you with more questions? And what should happen next?
Now, okay, that picture that I was telling you guys about. Simply Kim, welcome in, bestie. The one that I was telling y'all about where they're on land and they got an arrow pointing to Nolan and he's facing a group of people. And there's even people like behind him. So like they're right there where the cluster, him and the cluster of other people are. I don't know, man. I don't know. Something just don't add
Reporting
up.
live from Hypers Club for Hype Plus News, I'm Janaba.
All right, let's go. Let's go to the next. Shout out to Hype Plus News. I'm gonna give it up to him. Okay, y'all. We're gonna get to the second audio. We're gonna put some more meat on it. Like this is just crazy. But we're gonna listen to some more. context and audio from someone else and let them put it in perspective and see what we come up with. Alvin Ferguson 72, welcome to hashtag I'm gonna say it. Alvin says they like using the word accident. And yeah, Susu, yeah, when it comes to BLK. You know, Alvin, just a few months ago, here in my hometown, we had a young man who was found strange fruited in the park here. Y'all might have heard about it. His name Kyle Basinga. And that was the main reason why I advocated. I was upset that the Leos did a 3-hour investigation and automatically they ruled it a suey. Now, you can go on my YouTube channel and I got a video where my wife and I actually went on both sides of this creek that he was found strange fruited at, Marietta, Georgia, where he was strange fruited at. We on both sides of the bank. The first video is on the side where the park is. And y'all, please go and watch the video on my page. Please. And let me know if my wife and I and our friends that went with us, if we're tripping. Because the way I looked at it was, if this is a crime scene, you found a body strange fruited, and then you're in the woods and there's clothes laid out on the floor, and you'll see this, I'm on the floor, on the ground. Why weren't those clothes that were found in close proximity where you found a body strange fruited, why weren't those clothes bagged by the Leos and taken down for forensic testing? Then we go on the other side of the creek bank, and where they're saying the tree that's right there where he was strange fruited from, and they're saying that he did it himself. How in the world would he get out there? Because it's not, it's not a tree like standing up. The tree is over the creek like this, y'all. So if he's, how is he going to just go and look at the video, y'all? And so, and again, I caught flack because I was trying to get people to understand something. When it comes to BLK, self-unaliving, I think it was like 80-something% of self-unaliving amongst the BLK community is due to themselves. And I think it was like 18 to 21% was from strange fruiting. And I wasn't saying that to what I'm just trying to get at is the fact of the matter that BLK people, when they come to unalive themselves, they usually don't do strange fruiting. For the simple fact, if you know history and what the word picnic derives from, that's why we don't use it around here. That's why we wouldn't strange fruit ourselves. Or I'll say this, we rarely strange fruit ourselves in that way. Or unalive ourselves by strange fruiting. You get me? So that's what I was trying to get people to understand, and I'm asking our local police department, well, how do y'all come to this conclusion in 3 hours? I don't think that's a fair and proper investigation, and I definitely don't think it's a fair and proper investigation when my wife and I and our friends come out here a day after and we see there's clothes still right here on the ground, less than 20 feet from where he was strange fruited from. Why is this not at the police department being tested for evidence? And I find it even stranger that while we're there, the man that quote unquote found Mr. Basinga strange fruited in the woods, that he walks up while we're standing there. I'm just trying to figure out, is it me? Heather says some police departments like to sweep it under the rug and not do the investigation right. Exactly. I agree with that fully. Lydia said ICE is doing that a lot now too. Now, well, now and to your point, at this particular time, our city had just started to get hit heavy with those people in here. You know. All right, y'all. We're gonna go to this other audio. We're gonna listen to this, and this person, her name is Ms. Lowdown. We're gonna listen to her and see what she's got on the table. But yeah, for sure, y'all. I'm inviting y'all. I'm damn near, I'm begging y'all. Go and watch the video that my wife and I did when we was out there, and y'all tell me if something. I mean, my wife saw a glove. It was a glove on the ground that was still there. Like they did nothing. They did nothing as far as bagging up what evidence is. We found a Fitbit watch and every. I mean, it was just crazy. It was just wild. And he had already had a previous run in with the police department at Georgia State University. So I don't. Then what you said? Did they ever do an autopsy on him? Not that I know of. In fact, the family was they were out of the country, and when they got back in the country, they hurried up and brought them to the police station, explained their narrative of what they said happened or their accounts of what happened, and then there was a private funeral. That's all we got. That was it. And I mean, like I said, this is my hometown, so that was disturbing to me. And I know that our local police department has a history of covering up stuff. Yeah, I wish they would too. I wish they would have did one too. I wish the family would have said that.
Okay, y'all. Some of these higher ups, they so smart, they stupid, y'all. I've never seen people have these good jobs like this and risk it, y'all, because that's what they're doing right now. A lot of people are risking their jobs. Judges, sheriffs, everybody. Just to defend these knuckleheads that's out here doing street pharmacy stuff, lining people up, and they risking their careers. And one thing about the internet is undefeated, and this is who they going toe to toe with right now, y'all. A lot of these cases, they're going toe to toe with the internet. And like I said, the internet is undefeated. And we're about to talk about it. There's new information coming out about Nolan's phone. And it's a doozy, y'all. This is telling a lot.
Man, the timing is crazy. She just said that, and I just got a notification over here that says Nolan Wells' parents just exposed the truth. Give me my phone. This is wild, y'all. This is wild. Brown Bomber, 1973. Welcome to hashtag. I'm gonna say it says the DOJ can't be trusted. Legit.
Awesome.
Facts on that. I'm glad you got that. I'm glad you said that. You are correct. Lydia said if the family wants an autopsy, they have to pay for it themselves, and they really expensive. Yeah, and you know something else, Lydia? I think when it comes to Kyle Basinga here in my hometown, the fact that they are from Africa, they really, I mean, his mom lived here, but they don't really know the, the proper steps because they're from over there originally, and I just think they was rushing them and hoodwinking them, you know. Infidels, the Carmelo supporters found someone else. I don't know what you mean by that.
To be honest with y'all, this is telling a lot. And these liars,
represented by
I almost
Crump.
said these liars, seekers. They come out and tell us a little something, and go about their business and act like, oh, okay, I just cleared myself. And they ain't clearing Shutica, y'all. We about to talk about it. Hello and welcome to my channel. Please like, share, and subscribe if you like this video. And thank you all so much for watching. Thank you, thank you, thank you. To my day ones, twos, threes, and fours, thank you so very much. I appreciate you all, and welcome, welcome, welcome. This video is for entertainment and educational purposes only, so everything is alleged. Some is not. And the fair accuse is in my description box, y'all. So, let's get to it, y'all. Let's get to it. First, I want to say happy Thursday. I hope everyone have a wonderful day. Please stay safe and all that good stuff. Please stay aware
Double
of
Cheek said
your
from
surroundings.
experience, a private
And please,
autopsy
y'all, watch the
costs
company that you
money.
keep.
I paid
Because it just may
$5,000
save
for
your
my
life and keep you
mother-in-law's
out of
5 years
trouble.
ago.
Okay, y'all?
Crazy. That's
So let's get to it. Let's get to it. Boy, it's a lot of information coming
that's
out
a lot.
today. And now you see why these line MFs is coming out and trying to, nip something already. There's so many red flags in this case right now that it don't make sense. And at the same time, they're trying to cover. Y'all, it's clear as day that there is some information out there that they are trying to hide. Okay? And it all leads back to his friends, y'all.
I appreciate
this
that,
is
Lydia
what
D.
my
Thank
understanding. Because I'm listening. I'm listening to, different bloggers that's talking about the cases and witnesses coming forth and this and that and this. I'm listening to the people that found them. I'm listening to the rescue people that, went back that morning.
That's what makes it hard, Lydia.
To look for him.
Conflicting stories.
One of they had the, if they were flying over the top at like 6 o'clock in the morning, they didn't see anything on the island or none of that stuff. And then by 8 o'clock that morning, 2 hours later, his body is on, like it washed up from out of the water on shore. This is what I'm getting. Okay, y'all, this is what I'm getting. Which means
facts.
He passed
Lydia
away on
said
that boat,
can't grieve while there's nonsense.
My
Ain't that
understanding.
the truth?
And they should go in, whatever they do when they going to see if any like BLOOD in a spot or this and that and this. That boat should be checked thoroughly. Facts. And I'm wondering now, did they go get it washed up or anything like that? Because they already has put out there that the boat was having problems. So it would make sense why they would say that now, because now they probably have, like, they take cars to the get them cleaned out if something goes wrong, or they get rid of the evidence by setting the car on fire. They couldn't do it with the boat because it's gonna be too obvious. So if you put the boat in the shop, when you get back, the people at the shop could actually be cleaning up the mess.
We'll pause it right there. My wife is in here. She'll tell you our cousin was poked 81 times by her boyfriend that she was breaking up with. And her car was set ablaze. And he put trees and branches and stuff on top of her body and set that ablaze too in order to cover up the crime that he had committed. That's also on my page as well over on YouTube. So if you go over there, you'll see at least 3 different stories pertaining to my cousin. And so that is a cover up. So what she's saying is true. You try to wash the car, clean the the BLOOD out of a car, or in this case off of a boat. You get me? Like, come on. This is if you didn't do anything, if you have nothing to hide, why would you take these steps? You get me?
Trying to make sure that there's no evidence on that boat. That's why I feel like, y'all. Okay? I feel like
may not like what's his name?
They try to put it on the female.
Always get one in here. Entertainment.
The friends he came
says
with,
for all the
they
assumptions
tried to
aren't
put
what
it on
happened.
that
May not be,
female.
but
she came out and said, "No, we were talking."
You're right. It may not be, but a person, anybody trying to prevent the truth from coming out is suspect, sir. I would think you look like you grown enough that you would know that. I would think that. So please wipe your feet when you come in my house, sir, or we'll take you to the block party. That's cool if you got a difference of opinion. That's straight, but don't come in here acting like that, man. Like, you're right. That what we saying might not have happened, but we know something did happen that wasn't supposed to, or else people wouldn't be going through the hoops to cover it up. Okay? Now, even in your juvenile mind, you should be able to figure that out.
But around 3 o'clock, he said that his friends was ready to go. So he had to go. And she said he left from being around her and he went back to the boat at 3 o'clock. Now, if Nolan told the female, y'all, that my friends is ready to go, then how in the world is the friend saying now that he said he was going to stay there with her, or he was going to get a ride back with somebody else? They getting caught up now, y'all. They scraping and scrambling, y'all, to try to figure out what lie is gonna. They throwing stuff against the wall to see what's gonna stick. So now the female is saying, no, 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 no. You ain't about to put that on me. He said that he had to leave early because of y'all.
Right, Lydia?
So if he told her that he was leaving early, y'all, there's some serious inconsistencies right here, y'all. Serious. The female is saying he left from dealing with her and went back to that boat. There's somebody saying that it looks as if he washed up on shore at 8 o'clock in the morning, y'all. Okay? Was he pushed over? He had to have been pushed out into that water. This is what I feel like in my heart of hearts. Something went down on that boat, just like something went down on that land, Heather. And he was arguing with them. You think he wasn't going to argue with them on that boat too? You think he wasn't? And I'm going to tell y'all something that's so very important right now. His phone. Because one thing that a person does when they feel like they're backed against the wall and they're in trouble, they're going to send out that Batman signal.
Real spirit.
However way they can. Now, I don't know if they was getting signal. Some people were saying you could get a signal on the island. Some people were saying you couldn't. So I don't know. I wasn't there. But if you were out in the middle of the water on your way back or whatever, could you get a signal that way? Ask yourself this question. Could Nolan have texted his mom, his father, and let them know that something just wasn't quite right on that boat and that his friends was acting a fool with him, y'all? Because there's rumors now that these guys are some serious.
That part, Dimple Cheek.
Serious, y'all. Street pharmacy users. Remember I said either they're users or they're dealers? Yeah, it's coming out that they're users.
Keyboards are obsolete.
Death Head, I'm going to pray for you. How about that? I'm going to pray for you. I want to cuss you out, but I'm going to pray for you. I realize that you are just a chaos agent right now. And you didn't get enough hugs when you were younger. So I'm not going to give you the attention. If you didn't get the attention, then you're not going to get it here. So let's get back to what we were doing.
The internet is undefeated. So good luck with that, sheriff and the judge. And to be honest with you, she looks too young to even be a judge, to be honest. Which tells you a lot of these people, they get these jobs because they're given to them, not because they earned them, y'all. And we've been watching that take place for years. That people got jobs because of who they know and stuff like that. And, these little secret, I'm just going to say it like it is, societies, they put certain people in these positions so that they could get away when they do stuff to people. They can get away with it. And this is why some people is given, these jobs like that. So, right now, this sheriff, this judge, and anybody else to try to help cover this mess up, they're putting their own careers and jobs in jeopardy right now.
I'm so tired of it.
When I tell y'all 2026 ain't nothing nice, it is not nothing nice, y'all. And the more that these so-called smart individuals think they being smart,
the next one we got.
They burying their own selves, y'all.
We're going to spark it up on the next one.
They are burying themselves. And when you come out and say, oh, social media age, and the clout, and the this, and you run out and you post up a statement, and that statement is some bull crap. Who's really putting the clout, trying to, who's really after the clout, y'all? Because it looked like she just wanted to be seen. So her picture can be out here that, oh, I'm a judge, and me and my husband was not there. Nobody said you were. Nobody said you were. She posted a lot of nothing. That's what she did. But she did let you know that they're going to defend this ninja that's smoking his
kneecaps. She said everyone is trying to cover this up. That's covering this up needs to be held accountable.
They're going to do that.
Agreed.
And there's so many, like I said, there's a lot of red flags. Even her coming out with the statement of why she deleted her social media,
I
whatever,
was wondering
whatever.
what
The
happened to
judge,
you,
why
Lord.
don't you delete your social media? Okay, you ain't got nothing to do with it. And it ain't about you. It's about the boys deleting theirs. And apparently these boys was busy on that boat, y'all, on the way back. They were busy. Not only were they blocking their social media and deleting stuff, but word on the street is some things was deleted off of Nolan's phone. And the only way that those things could be deleted off of Nolan's phones is face recognition. Now, my understanding is when you have face recognition on your phone, I don't use it, but a lot of people do. And I asked about it. And people are saying that these are apps that you can put on your phone and have the face recognition on there. And depending on the app, is depending on how you use this face recognition. Because some face recognition, you can use your face and you can use your thumbprint and stuff like that. But either way it go, the phone has to be put up to your face.
We're gonna pause it right there. We completed our first 10 minutes of the audio, and those that are new here, this is what we do. We, hold on, hold on, y'all, hold on. We got our first inductee to the block party. Look, Lori, Dimple Cheeks was just talking about that.
You want to see it? I can
No,
read. I can read it.
what
It
do you
says,
say?
it says, this isn't a big deal. He drowned. Oh, well, get over it. So, oh, well, get your ass on across the street.
Get over it, right?
Yeah.
Listen, Lori, we got some new people in here, so we got to break it down and let them know what we do here over here on hashtag I'm gonna say it. So this is what we do, y'all. When people come in here and they're disrespectful and they don't wipe their feet before they come in our house, we invite them to the hashtag I'm gonna say it block party. All right, and so when that happens, we also like to give them their own theme song and we play it for them as they're walking to their seat in the block party. And
We got to
Lori and my
get
other
you in there.
moderators, right? Lori and my other moderators, like once they get to their seats, they like to give these people their complimentary shut the fuck ups. All right?
And Kleenex.
And Kleenex, right? And crackers. So, since that guy, Mr. Deathhead or whatever, loved the party decorum so bad, the decoration so bad, and got invited to it, we got to play his music as he walks to his seat over in the VIP section. And will y'all please join us in sending Deathhead to the hashtag I'm gonna say it block party.
I got a whole lot of money. Y'all it for me. Bottle keep popping that water bag.
Yeah,
Jacket.
yeah,
It's a party,
okay,
it's a party, it's a
okay,
party. It's a party, it's
yeah,
a party, it's a
yeah.
party. Now I put it up on the
Dimple
You
cheeks
right,
hand
Dimple
preparation,
Cheek.
man.
road.
You right.
Hey,
I'm trying to get to the club. It's a party, it's a party, it's a party. It's a party, it's a party, it's a party.
thank you, thank you, thank you.
Hadn't even got logged in good.
They been. I told you. I felt like today was gonna. Man, out of three shows, we was gonna get them. I felt it.
That's okay. We'll keep on getting them. It'll be all right.
Yeah. Hey, we in shape for it. We down.
Yeah, fingers still over here exercising. That's exactly it.
I love you. I love you, sis.
I love it.
Andre, Andre, welcome in, brother. Thank you for that heart. Me, Dimple Cheek said, "Not me, working, typing, and bouncing in my seat." I heard that. Oh man.
Oh,
Okay, y'all. Now, I asked, with the face recognition, do your eyes have to be open or closed? Now, what I was told that it depends on you when it comes to that situation. Because if you have small eyes, it would still open that phone, even if it looked like the eyes are kind of closed, especially if you got slanted small eyes. And sometimes you have to go from side to side, show the jaw, face, print on there or whatever. Sometimes you just got to face for it and put the phone to you to open that phone. Now, the reason why I said this is because I don't see the parents deleting anything off of his phone.
True.
They had a hard time trying to get his phone back from his friends. And they finally got his phone back from the friends.
Look.
And now they're finding out, allegedly. Well, this is what they're saying. And the lawyer is saying
You smiled at your
so
comment.
I can't say allegedly, okay? They're saying that the sheriff is asking for the phone back, y'all. Now, I'm going to tell y'all this. I don't care what they say. They can say, oh, she messing up the investigation or this and that and that and this. I would not release that phone.
Let me ask y'all a question. What if the friend who told, remember we heard him talking in the other one, if the friend that told him to be careful and watch himself, what if he knew the people that Nolan was going with, and that's what made him say that? What if he knew something was off about these people? And that's what prompted him to say, be careful, take care of yourself, stuff like that. Mr. Bougie said, I wouldn't either. I wonder.
There's no way. Hold on one second, y'all. Hello? I'm in the middle of a video. What's going on?
Oh, I was about to ask, when are you going to the thing?
What thing?
Isn't Zoe's thing today?
Yeah, she got a doctor's appointment. I'm gonna call you back because I'm in the middle of a video. Okay, bye.
Too quiet? Turn your...
Oh, that scared me. Okay, that's a commercial right there. All right, let's see.
Okay, y'all. Sorry about that. But anyway.
Oh yeah, Mr. Boogie. Yeah, Mr. Boogie. Yeah, at
y'all?
the end of it, at the end of the show. Yeah, we bring
the app. So they're saying that the sheriff now wants the phone back from the parents. They want it, put in as evidence or whatever. And I think this is where they went wrong at, because the boys, instead of turning the phone over to they people so that they can go and erase everything off, that they miss, y'all, Lord have mercy. They gave it back to the parents, and now they're begging the phone back from the parents. I wouldn't give that phone to them for nothing in the world, y'all. I would get my own people to check out that phone. If I had to go to, get me a little computer repair person or a phone tech person that knows how to go into that phone and pull up, any text messages, what was said, what was done, what was this, what was that. Because I think those boys are afraid of what's in that phone. Any smart person that know that this could be the end of their life, and I do believe that Nolan knew at them last minutes that he was not going to make it home. I think he knew that he had, been in a den with a bunch of snakes for a long time, and they just start slithering all around him.
At the end of it,
he didn't realize it until the last minute.
I'll open up the request for you to come
They're
up.
scared of what he could possibly have sent to his parents or whatever. They're scared of that. And for stuff to be deleted.
Okay.
And even if you delete stuff off your phone, doesn't mean it's all
hang out with us for a while.
Because it's a storage in like iCloud, other little
I'll bring
areas
you up after the
that
end
your
of the
stuff could go to,
audio.
or the feds can pull it up. Okay, y'all? And
I think this is what the boys are
afraid of. This is why they want that phone back so bad.
I'll make sure you get one if you hang out with us.
The fact that they have not let the parents see his body yet, I just feel like they're going to say, oh, the autopsy report, this is why he was cut right here. Oh, the autopsy report, this is why these bruises are right here. This is why this is here, because this and that and that and this. Or give them time to possibly try to, camouflage some of the wounds on him, just in case he was broke off on that boat. Because we don't know if he was beat up. We don't know. If they already was in front of everybody on the
Double Chick said phones are portable computers.
land.
things can be removed,
And they were
not
acting a
permanently
fool with
deleted.
him. What y'all think they did
Facts.
to him when they got
And I
him
think that's what
alone?
Mr. Bougie was
And
getting
they
at.
didn't have an audience. Did he pick up his phone and try to send a
Love and
message
Deja,
out?
like that name, says, how did he even
Because it's
end
clear as
up
day
with
they didn't
them?
want to give up that
Not
phone.
one
It's clear as day now something
BLK
was
family on the
erased.
beat.
And how was it erased?
Good question.
If you have face
Good
recognition.
question.
They had to put the phone up to his demise face before they threw him overboard. My personal opinion. Because we have to figure it out on our own.
Oh, okay.
And if you think about it, the way that he
was.
was found and all of that stuff, the fact that nobody else saw anything, the female say he told her he got to go because they were ready to go. And even though he got back at 3:00, they still didn't leave till 4:30. Were they getting their plans together? I'm just asking y'all, what was the delay for an hour and a half? And if he got on that boat with them, which makes sense, because if he was left on the island, why would he? I'm just saying, why was his body float back to shore? If he was left on the island, he's gonna be still sitting on that island until somebody come back to get it. Right, y'all? I'm just saying. Why would his body be in the water and float back to shore? Which means he left with them, y'all. There was something took place and they, to me, dumped him in that water. And if they erased something on his phone, how? If he was left behind, how did they use face recognition to get in his phone? If he was left on the island. If he was left on the island, how did his body wash back to shore? It's a lot of unanswered questions that they can't cover up, y'all. It's clear as day that these three guys did something to him. Or one or two,
so she said,
and
why
the
would
other
the
one is
stepmom
covered.
post a closing argument
But they're gonna break,
statement
y'all. They're gonna
trying
break.
to clear her
Either
son's
all
guilt?
three of y'all gonna go
That
to
part.
prison, or the
That
person
part.
that actually did it is gonna go. But I told y'all, snake, and steak season. You talking about some rich white boys, y'all, that probably never seen the inside of a jail unless they was going to visit somebody that the warden
She said
that
they
owns
took the
it.
phone because someone told them.
Good morning.
Hold on, they'd be able to find him faster. Oh, like location, like
All
pinging
of that stuff, okay? Or their daddy's friend
the
drop off some
location.
lunch or something, okay? This is what you're talking about when you're dealing with these little privileged little mother hubbards, okay? And the fact that everybody was looking for him and y'all would go visit
Good evening,
this kid
Violet.
and
Welcome to
go out to
hashtag
eat with
I'm
him
gonna say it. Thank you
and
for
go to his
joining.
house and he would go to yours and y'all were
Money
out
said it's
around this kid.
Mississippi.
All of these
No say it,
guys that
right?
came to pick him up. They act like this was their friend. Every picture they took, they got their arms all around each other and this and that and that and this. And that person come up missing. And you not even out there with everybody else to help look for him. That screams volumes, y'all. That tells a lot. That means y'all did that. My personal opinion. That's what that means to me. Y'all did that.
One
That's
Kimmy, no, I didn't
crazy.
see it.
On so many levels, y'all.
What did they say?
Everything, every action y'all took points right back to y'all. Even the female is saying, no,
Let me
y'all
catch
not
this
gonna
right
put
quick. Free 2916 said, wait a minute. So while you holding a phone, they already knew he was missing before missing? What the hell? Make it make sense, right? Mom sending out chat GPT statements too. Tabby, welcome to hashtag I'm gonna say it. Says a good question to ask the girl is, did he have his phone while talking to her? If so, how did I think she meant how did they get it? The truth will come out, Dimple Cheek says. Heron 22 says yes, fake news. Jenny said, oh, she was talking to Free 29. Said it was like a closing argument statement. Frenchie, what's up, girl? Long time no see. Said we need to look for missing young men and women that unsolved cowards under and cover up. Oh, I get you, and cover up. Facts on that. One Kimmy said the news outlets were there asking about the chain of events. Okay, did it make sense what they was saying, what they was responding with, one Kim? Cute and sexy said, people, we all know what happened here. Yeah,
This on me.
yeah.
At 3 o'clock, he said y'all was ready to go. And he told me he'll talk to me later. She went and lawyered up and cooperated. Okay? And due to the fact that she cooperated, I think this is why the judge told Warren, you need to put a statement out. Like the girl, she already done, y'all pointed the finger at her. Now she's pointing it back
No,
at
he said,
y'all. So
I
you
am a
got to
federal
go and put a
officer.
statement up too. So this is
So
why the
that
judge
lets you know.
said, oh, he was
Even he's
questioned
saying,
and blah, 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 blah. We need more than
don't act
questions.
like we don't know.
We need somebody to go check out that boat and see if there's any BLOOD that's been cleaned up
One
on that
Kimmy
boat.
said, she said, I would say they responded the best way they could. Parents and being responded. I'm going to have to go back and check it. I'm going to have to go back and check it. Cute and Sexy said, I did 24 years in the Marine Corps. Jenny said, they said those boys are into doing rugs and Nolan is a college student playing football. I thought I'd heard that since that they was doing D rugs. I wasn't sure. Cute and Sexy said 7 years, LA County Sheriff. And he's letting us know. Look, listen, I'm telling y'all, and I'm on that. I'm telling y'all, y'all know what's going on. I got you on that.
That's what we
13
need.
currently Department of Defense.
Okay? We need the sheriff to do his dang on job, y'all. That's what we need right now. This is so crazy. It don't make no sense, okay?
One Kimmy
They're
said, I think
giving
the
them
boat
time to
investigation
clean
will
up
be
their mess,
interesting.
everything.
I do too.
Okay?
I do too.
Everything. You know, everybody was like, why would you go on an island on a boat that's not working right? Because you're going to get that check. That's just like before you go on a long trip for the travel and go out of town. You're going to get your oil changed. You're going to make sure your car is up to park before you even go somewhere. Because you don't want to get somewhere and something mess up on the car.
Facts.
You don't want to do that.
That's true.
So, Lord have mercy, y'all. Lord have mercy. There's no way you want to do that. So you're going to go all the way to an island on a boat and you don't even know if that boat is up to park? I think that's a whole lot something wrong with that boat. You're talking about a bunch of rich kids. They're not going to be out here on no used raggedy boats. Well, they got stepmamas and all the stuff, judges, and you think they going to have bad equipment to go out there in that water, go to that island on? Daddy's just lawyers and stuff like that. That ain't going to happen. They going to have the best of the best. They're not going to have some raggedy piece of shit to go out in some water and risk their life on. They ain't never had no problems with the boat any other time that they went out with Nolan. So why did you have problems this time with the boat? Or is this their way of putting the boat in the shop, but it ain't really in the shop? It is in a place where they are cleaning it up spick and span to make sure all the evidence is gone. And then when everybody said, oh, where's the boat at? Oh, you remember we said that the boat had problems. We have to get it fixed.
All right, we're going to pause it right there for the simple fact we are at the second 10-minute interval. I'm going to catch some of these comments. My sister said, how come, that went up too fast. Says, how come none of those boys were at Nolan's home comforting his moms afterwards? Makes sense if they were best friends or friends. Warren Kimmy said the parents said they haven't spoken to the family since they lawyered up. Now, if you didn't do no wrong, why you got to lawyer you up? I'm just saying. Jonathan Wharton, welcome to hashtag I'm going to say, it says, my bilge pump, I think it says, went out when I was on lake and almost sunk. That's scary. That's scary right there. Jenny said to Jonathan Wharton, if that's the case, then you leave it at the dock and not on the water. Cute and Sexy says, love you guys. We need to make sure we stay tight and support each other. I agree with you on that fully, brother. I agree with you on that 1,000%. Dimple Cheek says, I can't see why it won't it won't the popular answer, but I can see. I'm not. I don't know what you're saying, Bestie. Tater said, "My apologies. Can you do a very fast rundown?" We're speaking on Nolan Wells's Unalived. His friends actually, we feel like, may have some, or alleged friends have something to do with it. But we're just covering. We don't really know. We don't we don't really know. So we are just covering, just seeing what people saying. Okay, split up. Trying to bring you up. Hmm. Don't give me the option to bring you up. No, you good, Tate. No problem. No problem. Yeah, it's just the thing about it seems like there's some cover up in this right here, this case right here as well. And oh, okay, I know why it's not. Okay, yeah. So the request is off until we get finished with the audio, and then we're gonna bring people up and give them a 2 minute get 2 minutes like we do. That's what's going on. I forgot about that. It does it automatically when I come on go live. They get to come. The ones you see up here now, they're moderators, so it's gonna let them come up. But yeah, yeah, for sure. It's just crazy how this seems like a cover up, and then we just now. I don't know if you was in here, Tater, for the last show. I don't think I saw you. No, the first show. I don't think I saw you in there. But on the first show, we was talking about the information that came out dealing with as it regards to Carmelo Anthony and how his attorney basically is letting it be known how the setup was in play. You know. Oh, okay, okay, Dibble Cheese. I'm sorry. Okay, yeah, I didn't think I saw you in there. I wasn't sure, but I didn't think I did. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So it's just like you got that situation going on in Texas, and then you had this in Mississippi, and it's like we didn't even you know get a chance to even get that corrected, and this going on. You know. Okay, I'm gonna stop talking, y'all. I'm gonna get back to the audio so we can get done because I got people that need to come up, and I would like to hear their perspective on that too. So let me hurry up.
Mm. Y'all, these dummies are so smart. They stupid, okay? They so smart, they stupid.
Keep double tapping the screen, share
And
out the
everything is
live,
coming out now.
gift and uplift,
Ain't no way
please,
in the
if
world you can
possible.
erase something off his phone without his face. And the
If you'd
only
like
way
to
that you
support
can
the
erase
channel, we
something
do
off his
have a
phone with his
CA.
face is his body was
Trina,
on that
what's up,
boat.
beautiful? Welcome in. Thank you for that
Y'all
heart meet.
took him out. Probably noticed that he sent a text message or something, or you probably checked to see if he sent a text message. You couldn't, so you had to put that phone to his face before you threw him overboard.
Diabolical if that happened.
And there's rumors coming out now that these kids be smoking their kneecaps off, so they do dumb shitica. Okay, when you doing street pharmacy stuff, you gonna do some dumb stuff, and this is what they did. And they just as stupid as the people that is raising them. Is their inner circle of sheriffs and everybody else that all know each other, because in these little small places, they all know each other.
And that's pretty much the same thing that's in play in Collin County. All them people, a lot of them went to school together. They friends outside, so they looking out for the Metcalf.
And for them to think that they could
Mimi
pull
Free
this
said they
off
planned and plotted his
lets
unaliving.
you
I
know
agree.
that they already
Frenchie
knew
said
that their
true.
parents, how they were
Cute
going
and
to
sexy
react.
said right in the
There's
circles.
some
That
parents
part,
out here
brother.
that's good parents. If your child do something wrong,
Mimi said
you
they were
want them to
jelly
be
of him.
punished for it.
I agree.
Because they shouldn't have
Frenchie
did
said
it.
cover up for sure.
But then you got parents out here that feel like they just being boys. Who am I? What kind of person would I be if I would let my boy go to prison? And I'm in this type of position, and my friend is the sheriff, and this and that.
Got a point.
This is how they feel. They just being boys. They made a mistake. And we got to cover this up. This reminds me of another movie that I watched, and I can't even think of the name of that movie. But the neighborhood boys got together and they raped and strawberried this girl. And they buried her in this building in the wall. And somebody moved in that house, and she was hunting the crap out of this man, and he started digging and digging and digging. He didn't know where to dig at. He was digging up the backyard. He was digging up the house. And the wife was, I think it was the backyard or the basement. He was digging, digging, digging. The wife was like, "What is going on? Why is you digging like this?" And they messed around and found out that that this woman was buried in a wall.
Crazy
and he found
work.
her. And all the neighbors came there to take him out because he found out where they had, their sons had, did a crime and buried her in a wall, y'all. This was, I told y'all,
That's
a lot of
the name of the
stuff that's
movie?
in movies is what's really going on. And they put it in movies and you be like, ooh, this, and you're thinking it's a movie. But this is real life stuff
I
that's
gotta go
going
look
on.
that up. Y'all know I like
They got
the
these
paranormal stuff.
knucklehead kids,
Let me write that down.
and
Stare of
they risk
Echo.
it all just to keep them from going to prison, which they need to be in prison. Because I said this, and I'm gonna say it again: if you let somebody keep getting away with stuff over and 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 over again, you make a monster out of that person. That's what you do. You turn them into a monster. If they already taking lives now, what y'all think they gonna do when they get older? Huh? Is these the future serial hitters? Huh? That's gonna ride around and befriend people of color and then turn around and get them in vulnerable positions and take them out? Or is they gonna be somewhere getting zooted out of their minds and feel like, oh, let's go take out somebody. They gonna cover it up. It's gonna be interesting to see how people gonna cover it up. Because this is what is taking place right now, right in our face, y'all. So much information is coming out, it's ridiculous. Face recognition on his phone and stuff been deleted. Only way that can happen is they put that phone to his
Thank
face.
you for that heart,
and I wish these
beautiful.
apps had something where they would record every time that you log in
Mimi
and you
Free
take that,
said he
a
was
picture
everything.
or whatever.
Them
I
dog
wish they
head
could do that
weren't.
because you could see then if somebody was holding them up, if his eyes was closed when they did that face recognition, you could see that. And I'm wondering if anybody know. Let me know in the comment section. Is that possible? Is there a recording of every time you log in? Since you got to do face recognition, is there a picture taken? Does that picture go somewhere? And this is gonna knock the socks off of this case. Okay, y'all? It's already falling apart as we speak. And this little judge over here that thinks she just prim and proper, that was probably given this job. Because I told you, this is how they do in these colleges. You join these sororities, which you have to do all kind of stuff in these sororities
So
to
this
prove
lady
yourself.
over here is the judge.
Okay, y'all?
Okay, she do
This is
look
the
young.
same. This is no
I thought
different
that was
than
the girl
Diddy
he
and
walked
Jay
back
Z
to
and
the
them.
boat.
People that be around them have to prove themselves because if you have to do something in order for people to trust you. If you do some dirt and they do some dirt, they
So Jonathan says, you guys really think these young kids playing Unalived, what would they gain? Here's what I think, Jonathan. Yeah, some kids are capable of playing in that. What do I think they would gain from it? I think being young like that, I don't even think they stop to think about losses and gains, to be honest. Um, but jealousy is a thing. So that could be it. I don't know. I don't know. Regnick. Uh, okay, what did you say? Why wouldn't he say what the contents were of the text if they were so damning? Why wouldn't who say?
everybody got some dirt on each other. They trust each other to a certain extent. Okay, y'all, because they still turn on each other in the end. But this is no different. They go to these colleges, they join these sororities, and if they survive it and get through the H to the ELL week and all of this other stuff.
Jonathan said I can see accident and then try to cover it up, which almost just as bad. Yeah, fact, and that could be. I mean, they said they did D-rugs. I mean, listen, coming from the world of pro wrestling, brother, I can tell you I've done some D-rugs that, boy, I was out of here. And you can Google. I mean, you can actually go on YouTube. Some of the things that I've done, I was D-rugged. I was past. I was D-rugged up, and I'm saying this just giving you experience. The things that some of the things you see me do, I wouldn't have done that in a normal state of mind. But being in that altered state and being angry, I did things I would never do. So thinking somebody can't do something or isn't capable of doing something, Jonathan, is the worst thing you can do. I'm just gonna keep it $1.50 with you, bro. All right, double cheek. Okay, baby. I see you in a minute. I'm gonna be real with you. I'm gonna be real with you. So I think these are young kids, and again, especially when you living in a town where your parents are connected with judges and lawyers and stuff like that, and I mean, you can get away with stuff. As I said, look at Collin County, Texas, with Carmelo Anthony, and you see what's coming out. And then in this small town, when you got people that's aligned with each other, it's like a corrupt country club. People can't come out and say anything because then their lives or livelihood gets threatened. So they're afraid to speak out. This happens, brother. Please don't be naive to the fact that and think it don't. It does, and you're seeing it in real time. And just so we clear, because I've never seen you in my shows before, so I'm gonna let you know off rip. Over here, we don't do the black and white thing. Like we say, wrong don't have a color; it has character. So I'm not saying you are, but before you push the narrative that we only saying this because this is a BLK guy, don't do that because we don't do that here. Jonathan said, I mean, you are right. Hard for my brain to see it from kids, though, only because I'm not that way. I feel you, brother. I respect that fully. Like, you know, I agree with you. You hate to think any child would do something like that. But we like I said, we factor in that altered state of mind, alleged altered state of mind, and you factor in D-rugs and things would, you know, things can go wrong. And to your point, sometimes it gets so out of hand they don't mean it to go that way, but it do, and then they just already, you know, complex a bad situation and make it worse. You get me? Thank you for that rose, Trina. I appreciate it, beautiful. Sis says Sundown Town still exists today. That is true. I'm right in Georgia. Yeah, they do. That's no lie. My biggest question is if it was an accident, why didn't they report it? Boy, sweet mahogany tea. I'm talking about when you're right, you're just right. When you're right, you're just right. If you didn't do anything wrong, there's no reason to even try to hide anything. There's no reason to lawyer up. There's nothing like that. And just like we said, because normally we talk about people in the celebrity industry or stuff like that. If they're not doing nothing wrong, you ain't got no reason to sign no NDA. Whenever somebody approaches you and say, "Hey, yeah, we're gonna do this," but before we do, you gotta sign this NDA, bro. That's dead. That's a dead giveaway. It's wrong what you're doing, or something bad is gonna happen. You know. Frenchie said up north and out west, Sundown Town. See, and they're still around. They're still around. I'm gonna tell you something. We just had another person drown here in Lake Lanier, and I'm saying under that water was a black town, a flourishing black town, a successful black town that had businesses, schools, houses, hospital, all of that. Hell, it's a racetrack, it's a stadium down there. These Some people, it was called Oscarville, y'all. Some people never left when the YT men decided to flood that area, that town. Some people felt like, listen, we worked hard for what we got. I'm not leaving. And they died because the YT people flooded their town. We do believe that those souls are still taking souls now out of anger of what happened back then. So, it's just stuff like that, man, that goes on. Man, the greatest trick that the devil could ever play on us is to make us believe we don't see what we really see in front of us, or see it and don't believe. That's like the biggest downfall, you know. So with this right here, again, you have kids that pretty much the way they grew up, it looks like they're entitled. And again, they have parents in prominent places. And so, with that being said, they're going to make sure that their kids don't have a bad rep or it doesn't get put in the media. And let's be honest, the media is owned by people. They can't really tell the truth on stuff. They have to speak the narrative that the owners want them to speak about. Sweet Mahogany T said, gaslighting us to think there was no foul play. That part right there. She gets it. Sweet Mahogany T got it. She got it. That's the whole thing. The only time you're gonna ever hear something happen if it fits their narrative. And that's just being honest. It's sickening, but that's just being honest.
When they leave these colleges, they go to these jobs. These jobs are given to them through people that they know, through these sororities, all of that.
Nova said
And it's a
the kids
reason
were
for
friends
that.
for 13 years.
Because they are going to put people in positions where it benefits them. If somebody do a crime, they got old Susie or somebody to call and say, can you make this disappear?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Can you make it harder for them to get to this? Can you this, that? And okay, I got it. And they all work together. But look at the clerk that just got fired in the Carmelo case. Look at that situation.
Now, right there in front of you.
Don't think she ain't gonna be able to get another job. Because they all stick together.
Britt, don't they?
Just like
that's real spill right there, Britt. You're right.
Secrets, if you join in on their reindeer games, you popular. They help cover up your mess.
In this video,
why the commercial playing? I mean, she's right. Look at the cover up that happened in the Carmelo case, and she was releasing information on the trial before they even went to trial, and that's why she got fired. Why do you think you can't find the arrest warrant of Jeffrey Metcalf in his sexual assault? Because he's friends with people in prominent places that covered it up. They've completely expunged it, but he did it. You know.
It's so messed up. It's hard for them to cover it, and it makes them look bad. And this is what's taking place right now, y'all. This sheriff.
All right, y'all. We got another candidate that likes to go to the block party. Wheelchair Patriot. Let's go. I think he's talking about Nolan Wells because he looks like a Chester protector. Yeah, see, that's what I thought he was talking about. Yeah, he's a Chester protector. So we can go ahead and cue it up for him. I already knew where he was going. Y'all talk all that stuff, man. Well, I tell you, man, I swear for cheese and crackers, man. Wheelchair Patriot should have been at the tip of the condom, y'all, and unfortunately, he's here. So I know. Go ahead and flag me, TikTok. I don't care. You let these folks talk reckless. So, Let's invite him. Please guide him to his seat, y'all.
Got a whole lot of money. Johnny for me. Bottle key popping that water bag. Jacking. It's a party, it's a party, it's a party. It's a party, it's a party, it's a party.
Okay. All right, Jay, let's go.
It's a party, it's a party, it's a party. It's a party, it's a party, it's a party.
All right, let's see. I missed your comment, Ms. Reynolds. Let me find what this says. Something is weird because bodies usually are pulled to LA side, that Louisiana side, not back to Horn. The tide pulls there. I heard that. Look, you own to something. You own to. I like that point you made. I like that point you made. Just Peachy said it's a party, it's a party. That's right, that's right. The hashtag, I'm gonna say it, block party.
They're just looking like a fool, a liar that's try to cover up some stuff. That's gonna be hard to cover
In
up.
COG 831
because
said
it's
something
already
sinister went
falling
down.
apart. This
And that's why they
judge gonna
lawyered
sit
up.
her little
Facts.
country bunker tail down somewhere because don't nobody want to hear nothing she has to say because you're gonna do your job is cover up for more. And it is what it is. They don't have a heart. A lot of these people don't. And sometimes this hatred is so deep. This is why the kids is the way they are. This is why these grown men decide to take somebody that they got to trust them out on the boat.
Y'all, we got another live one. Crab Man. Let's welcome him to the hashtag, I'm going to say it, block party. It's just the intentional ignorance that makes me upset. That's what gets me more than anything. Mods, can we escort Crab Man to his seat and can he get his 2 complimentary shut the fuck up, please? Appreciate that. And I'll cue up his theme song as he walks to his seat.
A whole lot of money. Johnny for me. Bottle key popping that water bag. Jacking. It's a party, it's a party, it's a party. It's a party, it's a party, it's a party.
They are Brit. And they out in droves.
It's a party, it's a party, it's a party. It's a party, it's a party, it's a party.
It's all good until one of theirs come up that way. Then they want full investigations and all of that. It's weird, man. Like to not just have compassion regardless of skin color. Like for real, it's just weird. You know, they preach about wanting to back the blue and justice and all of this, but then when it comes to a situation like this, they don't want no justice. They don't want no police report done. They just want to get boy
somewhere and take them out. Come back and act like la-di-da-di-da.
That part in God.
Who does that? How was you so invested in this kid before you got him to that island?
Right, Britt.
And then after,
she said exactly. They bully him and then run and play victim. That part.
You out eating. The very next day when everybody is searching for Nolan.
Yeah, that's the section he can sit in right there.
His best enemies. They were out enjoying a day out eating.
Y'all, we at the end. John E. Doja whatever the hell your name is, man. Thank you for your intentional ignorance. It's not appreciated here. But what we do have, sir, here's your invitation. Here's your invitation to the hashtag, I'm going to say a block party. If you just walk over here and have a seat, and then we will have somebody bring you your 2 shut the fuck ups, all right?
Got a whole lot of money. Johnny for me.
Hey, Jenny said your mom should learn this. Facts.
It's a party, it's a party, it's a party. It's a party, it's a party, it's a party.
Right, it's so many people in here today.
It's a party.
go platinum off the block party. Yeah, I agree, sis. She should have learned. World would have been a better place.
And when somebody said, "Why you ain't looking for Nolan?" Y'all already think I did it. So what's the reason? What's the purpose for me to go help look for him? You know why y'all ain't gonna look for him? Cause y'all already knew what happened to him. That's why y'all didn't look for him. Y'all already knew. It was only a matter of him coming back to shore, his body floating back to shore. Y'all knew that. So y'all wasn't finna waste y'all time. Besides, how's y'all gonna get out there when the boat is somewhere getting cleaned of all the evidence that there is an altercation that took place on that boat? That y'all threw him in that water. Y'all don't have the boat to go back out there. Tell the truth. If you're a boat, it's just like if somebody took somebody out in their car and they ain't got no car now to go help go look. Unless they get a ride. And then people gonna be like, y'all came back out to the island, but y'all don't got no ride. How did y'all get a ride here? Oh, I got on a boat with so and so to come out here. Where's y'all boat at? It's in the shop. You know why it's in the shop? Because y'all covering up evidence. Y'all, anyway, please like, share, subscribe if you like this video. Thank you all so much.
All right, let's give it up to Ms. Lowdown on that. All right, y'all. Here's what we're about to do. We're at the end of the show. So here's what we're going to do. I'm about to open up the request up in the panel. Here's how we're going to do this, y'all. You come up, you got to have some decorum. Even if you have a difference of opinion, that's perfectly fine. Just do it with decorum, do it with some maturity. If not, you will be invited to the block party. All right? Now, there was someone, I believe, Mr. Bougie. Are you still in here? Put a 1 in the live, Mr. Bougie, if you're still in here, please. Because I know you was wanting to come up, and I told you I would make sure at the end that you definitely had a chance to come up. Now, when you do come up, y'all, you have exactly 2 minutes to land your plane, okay? Not to be disrespectful, but we just got to keep it moving and give everybody else a fair chance to speak. And I'm going to do it one at a time for the simple fact, sometimes when we have multiple people up here, people don't know how to stay on mute while someone else is talking. And we pride ourselves, y'all, on not conducting a chaotic broadcast. We pride ourselves on being like a family-oriented podcast. Is what we do. Diamond Ruff says if they truly cared, they would have still been out there looking for him and called 911. That part right there, I agree with you fully on that. Mr. Bougie? Maybe anybody would like to come up on the panel, just put a 1 in the live. We'll give it a few more minutes, moderators. If not, then we'll go ahead and end the show, and I'll let y'all start y'all weekend. I would say I see y'all on Monday, but the way things are going, we'll probably be back tonight or tomorrow morning. Be meeting for breakfast here. Trina said, if it was my friend, you couldn't tear me away. And that's how it should be. That's how it should be. Like, if you really care, there's no way you were gonna leave your friend like that. You wouldn't even think about doing that to your friend, you know? So that's why I don't understand why people don't put logic and reason to these kind of things. Like, why are you lawyering up if you didn't do anything? Like, if you didn't do nothing, you don't need a lawyer. So why would that be your first go-to? I just don't understand that. All right, y'all, we don't have no guests coming, so we're going to end the show up here, but let's get this music going. Let's get our other thing. We're going to play our other theme song closing out the show. How about that, y'all? Exactly, Britt. They telling on themselves off rip. Like, they don't think about that. It's crazy, man. Well, listen, let me get a couple of announcements out. Like I said before, if you're not following the backup page, please go and follow my backup page. That same O, just one letter O, and then GEE 74, just in case this platform gets shut down. Like I said, next week we'll probably be broadcasting from the backup page to give this one some time to cool out because we done got flagged on this twice today. But so make sure you go and follow that. That way you can still join in on the broadcast when we go live. If you haven't subscribed over on YouTube, please go on YouTube. Subscribe to G Smooth 404. Any shows you missed today, we're gonna have them uploaded over there so you can join in and go back and watch them. I know some of you I didn't see in here in either one of the previous two shows. And so I want you to go back and see that too as well, or just all the past shows. Go and see that. All right. Make sure you click that bell notification over there on YouTube. Please make sure you hit the thumbs up button and make sure you leave a comment. It gets us out there over there on YouTube. Okay. That's important. We're on the road. We're on the road to 200 subscribers. So please make sure you subscribe to the channel over on YouTube. Tonight, 9 p.m. on Twitch. We need you to go and subscribe to the channel MC3SFT9. It's Friday. And y'all know what that means. It's OCWA's Friday Night Feud. And if you go right there and subscribe to that channel, you get to watch me, my little brother, and some of our other friends actually take our pro wrestling careers, morph it into a video game, and you get to watch us wrestle in a video game. It's family oriented, friendly, fun. So you can come and join in. You got to worry about no cussing, no nothing like that. You can join the live. We'll be talking to you on there as well. And then tomorrow at 4 p.m. we have Saturday Night Showdown at the same channel. Please come in and join us. If you got kids that like pro wrestling or like video games, hey, go ahead and subscribe and let them watch. They'll enjoy it. They'll have a good time. We cut up and have fun. This is pretty much just what you see here. It's really an extension over there as well. It's just good people talking and conversating and having fun. So I hope to see y'all there. I hope y'all join in. We have Charisma in Crisis that'll be back on Monday morning. As long as Aztec Princess is available to do it. If you're not following Aztec Princess, please go and do so. That way you'll also be up to date or know when we go live for Charisma in Crisis. That's important. Remember, we have hashtag I'm gonna say it merch available. We got t-shirts available. If you want to step out and you want people to know that you say what you say and you mean it, get you a hashtag I'm gonna say it shirt. Let them know you stand 10 toes down on your word. If you want to order one, just hit me, Jenny, or Lori up, and we'll get your order taken care of on that. Also, if you would like to donate, you can send it to the Cash App. I think we'll have that put up on here soon. There it is right there. Jenny got me. You could put it right there. All donations can go right there. And again, it is not required, but it's definitely appreciated and respected. All right. To our new people, our first timers, thank you for joining us. We pray we see you back soon. Your presence is a gift to my moderators and I, and it's a gift that we are eternally grateful for. Remember, y'all, you could be anything in the world. Be somebody. But above all else, be a child of God. I love y'all to life.